Today I'd like to talk to you about pressure. Pressure is something that really you cannot avoid when you are doing a business, especially, when you're fairly new at it. There will be times when you'll feel intense pressure to perform, to get it right, to make sure you don't lose money, to make sure, the whole thing doesn't flop. So if you think about pressure as something that is necessary rather than something that is you just hate it and you want to get rid of it, you get a much better relationship with pressure. So first of all, I want you to compare pressure to the idea of when you have pressure in your tyres. And we know that pressure is for tyres, because without some pressure in your tyre, you're not going anywhere. You're kind of dead and flat, and you're just not going to be moving on. So we all need a certain amount of pressure, because those forces give us something to push against, and they give us something to give us traction. Okay, so pressure is important, and we should never, it doesn't make any sense to go around just wishing we never ever had any pressure. That's not going to get us anywhere. So if pressure is for tyres, right, and we know that when we have good pressure in our tyres, the tyre will run smoothly, it will gain traction, and we can move forward. But what happens if we don't have any control over that pressure? Then it just keeps on building up and building up and building up, doesn't it, in the tyre? And what happens eventually, it will burst. So, or at least damage the tyre in some way. So what we need to understand is pressure is always going to be coming to us, and that's part of being in business and being in life, actually. But it's how we control that pressure and what strategy we have for controlling it that is important. So, we all need a strategy these days to deal with pressure, whether it's outside pressure coming in terms of things that, are really out of our control and we have to deal with it. A lot of people would be looking at Brexit in these situations, and similar sort of market forces, etc., changes, and the way people have to work. Having to learn about technology. If you've always just run a face-to-face business and all of a sudden you're realizing you have to put stuff online to be competitive with other people in the market now. So there's always going to be some form of pressure, because in business things always change, and they always will change. But to know how to manage that, you need a strategy for that. And you also need a strategy for that internal pressure. Quite often people will find that if they don't have external pressures, they kind of make up for it by giving themselves internal pressure. And that would be things like, I'm so lazy, I got nothing done today, I'm hopeless, I'll never get this done. I can't manage these things. So we can put huge amounts of pressure on us and ourselves internally by our inner dialogue, which some people are aware of, many people are not aware of. And it's the stuff that you're not aware of that actually can give you the most trouble. Because if you're aware you're saying something to yourself, then you can work with it and sort of have a little mini argument with it and bring the truth in. But if you're not even aware of these, what I call scripts going on inside of you, over and over again, like a little mouse on a wheel, deep down, whispering in your ear to a level where you don't really hear it consciously, but you're being run by it, then those guys need to be pulled up, pulled out, and dealt with. And that can be done easily within coaching processes. So, remember, pressure is for tyres. Pressure is in business as well. Pressure is okay. We're never going to have a life that doesn't have some sort of pressure, whether it's internal or external. It's all about having a strategy to deal with it. Okay, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.